No! Hey guys, it's Hannah. I'm back with another video. Is it a curse or a blessing? You decide. Okay, kidding. Well, I am back with another video. I'm not kidding about that. So on my 6-week update video, somebody asked me if I could do a jaw surgery essentials video, and I said, yes, I can. I will get on that. And now it's been a week since I said I would get on that, and I'm getting on it now, okay? That's what I'm doing right now. So again, I have a handy dandy list on my phone, and I'm just going to be going through. These are just the things off the top of my head that I thought, I'm really glad that I had all of those things. First of all is ice packs. So my hospital actually gave me like 6 or 7 of them to take home just in case they ripped or they got like wet or something like that and I needed to change them. So I actually threw away the rest of my extra ice packs that I didn't use just because, you know, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna need these anymore. So I don't have them to show you, but I have heard on other videos and stuff like that that their hospital didn't provide them with the ice packs. So I don't know, like some people ordered them, like I heard one girl, she said she ordered like this thing called a jaw bra or whatever, and it's like an ice pack that you use, you know, it's like made for you to use on your face. I don't know, I'm assuming though if you're staying overnight at a hospital, they're going to provide you with some ice packs because you have to be wearing it like while you're in bed and stuff like that. So the other thing that the hospital provided for me that I really appreciated was like a little baby toothbrush, and I don't have it with me also because it literally, like the bristles were almost flat because I just used it like so much. So it was just like a little toothbrush, like the head of it was probably like this big, like it was just big enough to kind of fit. Like at first I couldn't even try to get it in the back of my mouth because my cheeks were so numb that I couldn't feel it moving around. I didn't know where to put the toothbrush, but eventually I was able to get it back there and it was like just the perfect size. I'm like already trying to adapt back to my old toothbrush, which is like an electric toothbrush and it's really big. And I still can't use it just because it doesn't really fit very well in my mouth. Like, I don't know, it's hard to use. So I'm just using like a regular plain toothbrush that you brush instead of my little electric one. But yeah, baby toothbrush is really nice, or just like any type of small toothbrush, because you get all the stuff that you need to do, but while you're recovering, you don't really need to brush for like the full 2 minutes and make sure your teeth are nice and clean. You just need to make sure that there's no food blocking anything. After you do like a saltwater rinse or whatever, like that's the best time that I think to brush your teeth, because then you get all the rest of the food out of your mouth. Okay, so another thing just for comfort and stuff like that that I think is very, very important, well, not even for comfort, you kind of have to do this, is go around your house. If you don't have a lot of pillows in your bed, like you're gonna need a lot of pillows on your bed, because if you don't have a lot of pillows on your bed, you're going to need a lot of pillows in your bed. So you either need to go steal them from your siblings, or what I did was ask my mom very nicely if she would get me some new pillows at the store that were like fluffier. So she bought me a couple of those cheaper like $3 pillows from like Walmart. Basically, you need to be elevated, which was really hard for me to adjust to just because I am a side sleeper and I'm a 1-pillow sleeper. I sleep with one very old flat pillow. Like, I honestly think that I could probably survive, like I would be totally comfortable sleeping with no pillows at all, like just like sleeping like on my arms and stuff. So it was an adjustment. If you already like sleeping with a lot of pillows, you'll do fine, but you have to sleep sitting up pretty much with your head like this. So just as many pillows as you can get to stack them up. My mom actually got me like these foam triangle type things, and they're like wedges, and they're meant so that you can lay up on them, but they didn't really work out very well. They were kind of they're very strange. Like they were kind of hard, and it was just not as comfortable. So just get like 8 pillows and just like stack them up all around you. I kind of made a nest on my bed. It was actually really nice. And then relating to that, another thing that I would say is an essential for sleep, at least for me is a neck pillow to sleep with, which I thought was really weird at first, but then whenever it like came to mind, I was like, wait a second, I'll be so much more comfortable if I have a neck pillow. So basically how I slept was with the neck pillow right here, and then my ice pack, you know, like around my face. So I had this almost like 360 like pillow type thing that I could lean on anyway, because I am a side sleeper. If you're already really comfortable with just laying back like that, you might not need a neck pillow, but the fact that I do prefer to kind of have my head twisted to the side, the neck pillow really, really helped because it gave me something that I could lean onto instead of just having my neck just like flop around and stuff. So the next thing on my list is a humidifier, and I don't know if this actually helped me or not, but I just know that in my head I was thinking, oh yeah, this is making me feel more comfortable, so that's good enough for me. Basically at the hospital the entire time I had like a mask, like for both nights there was a mask with you know, humidifier type air coming out of it, and that I feel like is the reason why I wanted to get a humidifier for my bedroom, because they constantly have that on there. The air was just like really cool and fresh, and it was really nice. It didn't like unblock my nose or anything like that, but I felt like having the air that was just kind of this cool wet air like sweep over my face, like it felt really nice. So that's something that I would say, you know, if you have one, then use it definitely. If you don't have one and you know, can find one that's like inexpensive and stuff like that, then get one, because it might just help you feel a little bit more comfortable. So the next thing is something that relates to food that a lot of people mention in their videos, like almost every video that I've watched they mention this, and that's these squirt bottles. And yes, this is orange soda in it, and this is probably about 5 weeks old. It's just been in my fridge, and it's kind of got shoved to the back, like you know, yeah, so this is some nice good little orange crush. So squirt bottles, they are actually way better than syringes. I will admit, like, don't throw out the syringes immediately, because I definitely used a couple of syringes for different things, but for the most part I use squirt bottles because you can actually fit like a decent amount of stuff in it, instead of just having to like fill it up every single mouthful. Having a squirt bottle is really nice for that, because you just go, you know, squeeze it into your mouth. The things that I did use a syringe for were things like applesauce though. Like I got these in these little squeeze pouches because I was like, oh, I'll just be able to squeeze it in my mouth, but I couldn't open my mouth wide enough to like stick the little end part in my mouth. But basically what I would do with the applesauce is squeeze it into a bowl and then mix it with like juice until it was liquidy enough to suck up through the syringe, and it actually tasted really good, and it was kind of like cool and refreshing and stuff. So that was really nice. That's something that I ate actually like multiple times, and it was really good. And then the other thing that I ate like all the time was these like breakfast protein whatever shakes, and I still have so many of them in the fridge because I thought that I was going to like eat way more than I actually did. I think I mentioned this in the, I don't know if I mentioned this in one of the videos or what, but I did lose like 17-ish pounds in the first week, and that's because I was drinking maybe like half of one of these a day and like a tiny bit of like applesauce. Like I wasn't eating very much at all, but I thought that I was going to be eating a lot, and so we bought a crap ton of all of this, and our refrigerator is still full of it, and I look in the fridge and I'm like, man, I really shouldn't waste it. I should probably like, you know, drink this for breakfast and eat this as like a snack or whatever, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Like probably for another couple months I won't be able to eat applesauce or drink a breakfast shake because it's like triggering almost, just like thinking back to, you know, like whenever I smell it, it reminds me of just like all the different smells and tastes and whatever that were in my mouth while it was still healing and whatever, and so I don't think that I'll be able to finish those. So with that, I would say maybe, you know, if you know that you're gonna drink them afterwards, like if you know that you'll drink them before school and stuff like that, like get enough, get more than what you think, but for the most part I would say get less than what you think you'll need. Like if they come in like a package of like 6 for each flavor, just get 1 of each flavor. My mom got like 3 of each flavor because she's like, oh, she'll be eating a lot of them. No, they're gonna go to waste, and that was kind of, I feel bad because that was pretty wasteful, you know. Okay, so in my last video at the end with all the pictures and stuff like that, you could see that I had like a dish towel wrapped around my neck at all times, and that was one of the most essential things for me, was having dish towels wrapped around my neck at all times. Or if you can find a bib that fits around there, like honestly, like use a bib, like you'll need it. It wasn't even an option for me just because even when I was really trying to be careful with what I was eating and like how I was eating it and stuff, like you can't feel this entire part of your face. So you can't feel when there's food dripping down. You can't feel when there's spit just like streaming out onto the ground. That happened multiple times to me. Like I was just standing there and my parents looked over at me and they're like, "What? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what?" And I looked down and there's just a puddle like this big of just drool because you can't feel anything. So that's why you need the spit rags to, you know, preserve the integrity of your clothing. I probably had like 15 of them that were just constantly in this big cycle of like washing and stuff like that. I would go through 2 or 3 a day because they would get so dirty and so crusty, like just from like having spilled food on them. And like, that's when I was really trying to be careful with them. If I wasn't trying to be careful with them, Okay, so next thing is kind of, it goes along with the spit rags. It's just to always have a box of tissues next to you because you're not supposed to blow your nose or anything, but somehow, even though it's all clogged up with blood and grossness, it still kind of is runny. So it's always nice to have a box of tissues like next to you so that you don't have to use your spit rag bib to do it. Okay, and then the last thing, which was another one of my absolute essentials, was lots and lots of chapstick. I used like a tube of like liquid Carmex because that's always been like the strongest chapstick for me. My lips got so dry. They have never been that dry in my entire life. Like, this is kind of gross, but you know, it happened, whatever. I, at one point, peeled off a piece of skin this long, like pretty much across the entire width of my bottom lip, like, and I couldn't feel it at all. And that's just how dry my lips were. And like, after that, I started really just kind of like applying it, and I would put the chapstick like all around right here because this was all just so dry. So I would really advise that. For the first time in my entire, I've been using like that liquid Carmex stuff, like I've been using tubes of that my entire life. I went through an entire tube, like squeezed it dry and cut it open so that I could get the rest of it out in a week and a half. Like, that's insane. I have never gone through an entire thing of chapstick. Like, for me, chapstick has always been kind of like nail polish. Like, with nail polish, you can have a bottle of nail polish for years and not finish it because if you have other bottles of it, you know what I mean? Like, chapstick never gets finished, but I finished an entire tube of that Carmex stuff in a week and a half, and I'm still using it constantly. So get yourself some of that, whatever like your favorite stuff is. I liked the liquid stuff though because with the like a tube applicator where it's like you know you unscrew it and it like comes out and it's more solid, it's harder because you can't feel your lips. Like it's like something in between your hand and your lips, so you don't really know where you're applying it. I got it on my teeth a couple times when I tried it with chapstick like that. So with the Carmex is really nice because you just put it on your finger and you can like directly just... Okay, so that pretty much finishes off my list for my essentials. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate, again, all the comments and stuff like that, like any likes and comments and whatever. It just like makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, you know, guys, you know. So if you aren't subscribed, I would appreciate you to click the button, please. And if you are subscribed, seriously, thank you so much. Like, I really do appreciate that. I was kind of making these videos, you know, for myself mostly because I was like, oh, nobody is gonna subscribe at all, but it's really nice to know that there are people who are interested and who, you know, these videos might be helping out a little bit. So that's really awesome. So thank you so much for that. Yeah, again, I don't know what the next video is gonna be. I have no idea. If you have any questions, like not even just about jaw surgery stuff, but like literally about anything, you know, it might inspire another video for me to make because I have no idea what I want to do on this channel. So thank you for watching again. Yeah. Oh wait, also one more thing. I recently created an Instagram dedicated to nail art and stuff like that I've done, and I'm linking it down below. I do like cool little tutorial videos and then like very aesthetically pleasing pictures of my little phalange nails and stuff because they're my babies. So anyway, if you want to follow that, please, I would really like that. I only have a couple followers now. I'll definitely follow people back who follow me. It's not like I'm not like big enough yet that I can do that. But yeah, so I'm also looking for more people to follow, so I'd really enjoy anybody who has an Instagram. If you want to go follow me on there, I'll follow you back. That's it.